Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We have a lot to talk about today, and today is these are just the few hours before the totality of the eclipse. But tonight we're going to talk about the astrology and the significance of this eclipse, full moon, prenumbral lunar eclipse in Gemini. And then tomorrow we will do the ceremony together. So I have my notes. I've got the chart I'm going to show you guys. I am so excited. I literally woke up this morning and I opened my eyes and something said, look at the astrology of this moment. And I opened up my program and the moon had just entered 0 degrees of Gemini, which is actually aligned with the star Alcyon, which is the main star in the Pleiades. And I'm going to get into this, but this eclipse is a Pleiadian portal, opening up the portal of the eye of Horus, which is the all-knowing eye, which is the truth that comes through. This is a powerful eclipse. This is the time that calls us to be in our sacred space, to awaken, to see the truth, and to remember that we are creating our reality every moment, every minute of every day. And this is one of those times where the alignment is so powerful that I'm sure you guys are feeling it yourselves. And I'm going to explain what is really going on with the stars, what is really going on with the astrology, so you can understand and consciously manifest with this moon. So let's see who's in the chat. Let me say hi to everybody in here. Doing Elier here. Hello, Abby. How's it going? Deepa, welcome in. Veronica, how's it going? Rebecca, thank you for being here and moderating. Sweet Fire, welcome in. Christina G, Cosmic Rose, Joan, Warrior of Light, Chrisabel, hello, Dawn, Morning Star. Jess is here. Lisa is here. Amazing, you guys. Hannah is here. Hello. Teresa is here. Hey, Valerie. All of you guys, thank you for being here. Angelic Healing Powers, Cosmic Rose, thank you. And Taria, Michelle, Stephanie, Meg is here. Aloha, SG, hello. Feel free to say hi in the chat. And definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. And hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. I have been kind of like nonstop all day. And then about 2 hours ago, I was like, all right, it's time to sit down and like channel the astrology. And it's been going on all day. How have you guys been feeling? I'm wondering what the energy is that you guys have been experiencing for the day, because the moment that the moon moved into Gemini this morning, it was already basically conjunct. It was already not conjunct. It was already opposing the energy, the space, the spot where it will be exactly opposing the sun at 8 degrees. The orb, right? One of the wide orb is 8 degrees. And so that was the wide orb. So the minute the moon moved into Gemini, into Alcyon, we're already there. The portal has already been opening, and it will climax to tonight, or it's like Monday morning, but it's tonight at around 1:30 a.m. Pacific, and that's going to be 3:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. And there was Dewey was showing me earlier that somewhere they're saying that the alignment is going to be 4:44 a.m. for Eastern time, but it's around that time that we're going to feel the peak of the energy. Lots of ideas birthing. Awesome. Thank you, Cosmic Rose. I appreciate that. High energy. Hello, Len. How's it going? Crazy downloads. I've had a lot of energy today. Lots of forward momentum. Valerie says feeling very calm and content. Lots of energy. Hello, Vera. Happy full moon. Doesn't it? It really does feel like time is going faster. Veronica says, I woke up super excited this morning. I've had a lot of nervous, excited feelings coming up all day. Yes, awake energy, ready to cut the ties and release the past. I love that. Hey, Sparky, how's it going? Hey, Julene, welcome in. So crazy. This moon is wild. This moon is aligned with fixed stars, and there's so much going on. Earlier today, I was, I've been receiving downloads all day too, you guys. And when I sat down, time to wake up. When I sat down to take the notes, the official notes for this broadcast of the astrology information, it was like something clicked towards the end of it, and something really strong started coming through. And I wrote it all down. I'm going to share it with you guys, but there is just some wild alignments going on right now with this moon. Hello, Julian. Ideas and excitement and energy towards taking action on those ideas. Yeah, me too. So ever since I woke up, the first thing that was like right away, I need to do this, is to listen to Bringers of the Dawn. Let me know in the chat. Put up a 1 if you have read the book Bringers of the Dawn. I'm going to start right there. Hello, Tina. How's it going from Massachusetts? So glad to be living in this challenging time. From a Scorpio. Yes, these are challenging times. These are powerful, and these are shifting energies that we're living through. This is a big transition, a big awakening that we're experiencing. And if you're a starseed or a light worker, which a lot of people that watch my channel are like, a lot of people watch because they wanna, hey babe, hey Wendy, they wanna really tune in to the information. They wanna align with it. But I have a feeling that there's a lot of people that watch this channel, and I've been talking about this, is we're attracting our tribe, our starseed tribe, our star fam, as my teacher Erica likes to call it. Been dreaming about a lot of people from my past. Interesting. Yes, there's a lot of crazy dreams too right now. A lot going on. A lot. Joan started reading it. Okay, so that's your homework for tonight and tomorrow. I want you to download Bringers of the Dawn on Audible, and I want you to listen to it, because right now this portal that's opening up is, we need to know the truth. We need to connect to the information, and the information comes through loud and clear in that book. And that's what we need to know. That's what starseeds and lightworkers need to know right now, is the information that comes through that book. It'll explain what's going on and why it's going on and what you can do to activate your DNA and your chakras so that you can awaken and activate a higher level of awareness, a higher level of being. There's so much I can tell you the astrology, but you have to go read that book, because right now, Bringers of the Dawn by Barbara Marciniak, right now the alignment is exactly that. It's like, connect to the truth, let it come in, let that download come in. On Audible, yes. I bought it the day it went on sale. Oh, I didn't even know it went on sale. What is the title of the book? Bringers of the Dawn. Yes. Yes, that's your homework, you guys. Bringers of the Dawn. Okay, so before we get into the astrology, oh, that wasn't a question. Before we get into the astrology, I did want to remind everyone that my holiday sale is still going on. It's going to go through Monday, so tomorrow till the end of the day. And what is on sale right now is my basic birth chart reading. Normally it's $108. Right now it's half off. Excuse me. My Love Astro-Compatibility reading, which again, it's the same price. It's half off right now. I have jewelry on sale on my Etsy store, which is Eagle Star Jewels on Etsy, for 70% off. And I also have 10% off my Zodiac necklaces and my Moon Goddess necklace as well. And those are made to order jewelry pieces. And what else is on sale? Oh, I have my Aquarian astrology modules 1 through 4 bundle, which is $108 for all 4 modules. So that is it takes instead of $33 per module, it's $27 per module. And so you get the fundamentals of astrology in module 1, the sun in astrology in module 2, the moon in astrology in module 3, and then Mercury in astrology. And today I also had a moment where I was connecting to when is module 5 supposed to be happening, and I figured that the date for that is tentatively going to be December 22nd. And module 5, I mean, this is very fitting. Module 5 is going to be all about the planet Venus and love. So Venus in the signs, Venus in the houses, but we're going to talk about more than just that for Venus, because Venus is a powerful planet. It's like basically can be considered like one of the brightest stars in the sky. The ancients, like the Mayans, used Venus for their calendar and the lunar calendar as well. So there's a powerful connections there with Venus and there's these things called the Venus star point and the Venus star and the Venus phases. She goes through phases, 13 phases, just like the moon. So we're going to talk about so much in that module. So I'm excited it's all connected. It's all interconnected with all of these things that are happening right now. And that's going to be right after the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius. So that's something exciting to look forward to. And yes, exactly. Sparky's really excited about that module. And then the other thing that today I received a very clear message about is officially the day that I'm releasing my Starseed astrology readings is December 1st. But I had a very clear message today that I should put them available starting now, which is because of this moon, because of this alignment, because this moon, this eclipse is exactly aligned all my 12th house Gemini energy. This is my Venus, this is my North Node, this is my Sun, this is my Chiron, this is my rising. So a very clear message that it needs to become available right now. So it's available now for purchase if you guys can't wait. Yes, exactly. So the other thing, which is really cool, this is the other announcement, and then we're going to jump into the astrology, is that I have also activated another offering that goes along with the Starseed reading. And what this is a Starseed. Let me see. What's the exact title that I gave it? It's basically. Oh no, I don't want to mess up the title because it was a really awesome thing that I called it. But it's so new and it's so like just came through that this is the other offering. The other offering is an Astral Starseed DNA activation. An Astral Starseed DNA activation. What that's going to be is an individualized astral travel journey recorded and sent to you as a downloadable audio file. It's going to be a journey that will activate your Starseed mission. But you must have had a Starseed ancestry reading before you can purchase the Astral Starseed DNA activation, because I have to have done that reading for you and channeled that reading for you in order to be able to help you activate your mission, because everyone has different starseed markings. Everyone has different goddess markings. Everyone has, there's a lot of energy that is very different depending on who you are and what time you were born and what location and all of that. And so you have to have had that reading first before I can create this for you. So I'm literally going to give you and create for you your own journey that will activate your Starseed DNA and your mission. So not everyone's going to feel called to that, but I wanted to offer it for those that do feel 100% ready to jump into that energy. So I know this is wild. All this stuff is wild. I feel like I'm on freaking fire right now with all the activity that's going on in my life. Yeah, it's so cool, huh? Yeah, mission activation. So let's get into the astrology of this moon. Oh my God, so amazing, Jai. This is why I found you. I love that. Oh, you're welcome, Deepa. Yes, Abby loves it. Do you ever do that reading live? The Starseed activation? So the reason here's my thing with live readings, and I'm going to be like 100% like transparent about that because of the way that I work and the way that I channel information. When I have zero distractions, where I can just like literally zoom in and tune into your chart by myself, uninterrupted, that's where most of the magic comes through. I used to do the basic birth chart readings, a lot of my readings live. And then I decided to not do them live because when I can channel directly, that's what you want. Like, I promise you, that is what you want. You don't want to ask me questions. You don't want to do that. Like, you have to just take it. It's kind of like I feel myself go into this space of channeling and I can come out of it, right? If there's like distractions. So that's the reason why these specific readings, yeah, they have to be just like fully channeled, and really all I need is to look at your chart because I can tune into your energy. I don't need you there, but I can tune into your energy. I can tune into your chart, and everything starts flowing through like a waterfall, just starts coming through. So exactly. So that is why I stopped doing those. But the reason that the Starseed DNA activation is not going to be live, because I want you to have, it's going to be like a full edited, produced like audio file. I mean, it's going to be amazing. So you're going to have this file, and you're going to be able to like have it on your phone, and you're going to be able to listen to it as many times as you want to, and it will be yours and yours only. And so that's what I'm doing with those. So Yeah, I mean, this is amazing stuff, you guys. It like whoa, super super awesome. I do have live readings though. There are a couple of readings that I offer live. The transit readings are live because it's called the current astrology energy reading, and that's live because I do need to ask you questions about what's happening in your life right now, and there needs to be interaction there for those readings. And then my deluxe starseed reading, which is basically like an extended version of the birth chart reading and the progress chart reading and the transit reading, and I extend that. I mean, we look forward a whole year for you for the deluxe reading. So that's live because I need you there. I need to communicate with you. So that is how I do the readings. And so if you prefer live, you can do transit or deluxe reading. So let's get into the astrology. But thank you. That was a really good question, Joan. And I know it's like really exciting to wanna be there and feel that. But I promise you that you get so much more when I just able to uninterruptedly channel your chart for you. Yes. Okay. So let me pull up the chart for this moon onto the screen. So you should still be able to hear me, and let me share. Gotta turn that on. I know. I can't either. I mean, this is a lot. But one of the things that I feel right now in terms of the astrology, and especially for me, I'm going to show you, I think if we have time at the end, I'm going to show you my chart and the starseed markings on my chart and where this moon is happening in my chart, because it's seriously like a full-on activation for me, a spiritual activation. Okay, and that should be, and let's go to the moon. There it is. Okay. I don't even know where I was going with that, but anyways, be prepared for mind-blowing info. Yeah, I know. I've got my Ankh ready and I've got my dodecahedron ready. And both of these are going to be like a lot of powerful information coming through. Okay, so first things first. You know that the sun and the moon are in a full moon alignment when they are opposing. And so at 1:29 a.m. Pacific time, hello Stacy, the moon and the sun are going to be opposing, and they're both going to be at 8 degrees. 8 degrees for the moon, 8 degrees for the sun. Now, the reason this is important, this eclipse specifically, because this is the first eclipse for this nodal alignment that we are having in the sign of Gemini. This is a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. In Gemini, conjunct. This is like what's happening right now. It's so strong. I'm like choking. Okay. It's a north node eclipse. It's in Gemini and it's with the north node. The last time we had eclipses in Gemini was, I believe, in 2012. I believe that's the last time we had eclipses in Gemini, because the nodes have been switching signs, right, all this time. And then this is the nodal return. However, this isn't the nodal return that we had back then, because the nodes back then were North Node Sagittarius and South Node Gemini. So we haven't actually seen this in a long time. That by itself makes this eclipse really important. Awesome, Deepa. Makes this eclipse super important. Super activated just for that reason, because it's with the North Node and because it's the first one with these nodes in the sign of Gemini. It's also a full moon, and it's also aligned with two of the fixed royal stars in the sky. And those stars are Aldebaran, with the moon, and Antares with the sun. And I'm going to talk about these two. But the moon is aligned with Aldebaran. The moon is also aligned with the constellation of Orion. And the sun has literally just entered the constellation of, or the sign of Ophiuchus. I mean, these are powerful energies. So when we look at, let's break it down, right? One at a time. Let's talk about Aldebaran first. What is Aldebaran? For those of you that are new to fixed stars, this is part of like the starseed markings, the starseed readings that I do. Whenever a moon aligns, a full moon or a new moon aligns with a fixed star, however, it's like illuminating that part of the sky. Remember that the sun and the moon are the luminaries. So they shine a light, they illuminate whatever they're landing on. And right now they're landing on this axis, because they're opposing, they're exactly opposed, and they're aligned with the nodes, this axis of basically Aldebaran and Antares, which are two fixed stars. So Aldebaran is one, a royal star. Aldebaran is connected to the angelic realm. Aldebaran is the one that represents this energy of Aldebaran, because this is the angelic realm. The four fixed stars are like the archangels, and Aldebaran is Archangel Michael. And when you think of Archangel Michael, he has his sword of protection. Archangel Michael is known as the Lord of Cosmic Intelligence and the countenance of Christ consciousness. He's the most advanced of the archangels. He's the angel of truth, integrity, courage, strength. And he comes through with this blue ray and blue flame energy. These are everything that I'm telling you guys right now is everything that I've been learning in my Starseed class, which is called Beyond the Planets by Erica Othen. If you're interested, it's available and you can join us. We have one more week left. But he's the most advanced of the archangels. Truth, courage, strength, integrity. If you have North Node Gemini right now, that means that you are having your North Node, your nodal return right now. You're having a North Node nodal return. So that is, it's activating your life purpose, your destiny. So this energy of Archangel Michael is helping to cleanse and purify us, like getting rid of anything that does not serve, dispelling all negative attachments, all negative entities, like clearing the way. It's clearing. The Aldebaran is also known as the Eye of Horus. It's literally a portal to the mysteries of the human mind. In Gemini, this is the energy of the mind. This is mercurial. Mercury is also the planet of alchemy and magic. It's Hermeticism. It's Hermes. It's the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. It's ancient wisdom, ancient Egyptian wisdom. All of this is aligning right now with the star. Aldebaran is also the eye of the bull. It's the bull constellation. And the star is literally the star that is the eye of the bull. And so this is the eye of revelation. It's also known as the star of Buddha, the star of enlightenment. And this is definitely about prosperity and abundance. And the third eye, exactly, Wendy. And it's Pleiadian energy connected to the planets of Venus and Mars. And that's the masculine and the feminine. Aldebaran is also known as one of the fixed royal stars that's connected to the spring equinox. And it's one of the watchers like that watches over us, and it watches and it holds space. It's the watcher of the east. It's the watcher of the east. So the Orion alignment is here too with this Gemini energy. And it's also aligned, Orion here and Aldebaran are connected. And it's about discovering and discerning truth, but at a mastery level. It's the energy of the eternal seeker, which is the student and the teacher at the same time. That's Aldebaran. Now, when we go to the other side of the spectrum, so these are opposing. So over here we have Antares, right? Well, what is the star Antares? The star Antares is another royal star. So if you have Aldebaran in the east, Antares is the direction of the west. Antares is the Scorpion constellation. It is the star that is at the heart of the Scorpion. And when you think about what Scorpio represents, it is also truth, but it is a very deep, full truth, connected to the autumn equinox and known as the Watcher of the West. The Antares is a star that is actually 500 times the size of our sun. That's how big it is. And this Antares and this 8 degrees of Sagittarius is also aligned with Ophiuchus. A few weeks ago, I was talking about Ophiuchus with the new moon in Scorpio that we had. Ophiuchus is the 13th sign. He's the snake bearer. And Antares is right there. 8 degrees of Sagittarius is right there, aligned with the snake bearer's foot, Ophiuchus's foot. The archangel that's connected to Antares is Archangel Uriel. He's known as the Son of God, associated with this silvery white radiance. And he's the most mysterious of the archangels. It's very fitting because it's a very Scorpio energy. It's like mystery, right? Diving deep into the underworld, into the unknown. He holds the profound job of illuminating the nature of duality. All of this is like these astrology readings, these astrology videos, we go from one thing to the next and we tie it all together at the end, and you're going to see it's going to blow your mind. It's already blowing my mind, but it's going to get even deeper. So he is actually, hang on one second. Let me get rid of this here. Sorry, my email is like acting up. Okay, so he's illuminating the nature of duality. So light, dark, masculine, feminine, all of those dualities, even the dualities within the natal chart, right? This is a duality. Gemini, Sagittarius, opposing points, they are a duality. So Uriel, can help us make decisions. Informed decisions at that. He can help us solve problems. He can help us resolve conflicts. He rules the mental plane, our thoughts and ideas. He also rules creativity, insights, judgment, and the distribution of power. So true thoughts become more prevalent and easier to process with Uriel, or when this star is activated. He conquers emotional imbalances. And he brings peace because he's able to do this. He's able to help us find that balance between the dualities. And he brings peace that gives us guidance and wisdom that is really needed in the world right now. And this is what's happening. He's also the god of lightning. When Aldebaran is aligned with Antares, an accessible entrance to the mysteries of the heart is created. It's a powerful stargate that opens when the sun or the moon passes through it, which is happening right now with this full moon. You got the moon on Aldebaran and the sun on Antares. It's happening right now. So Ophiuchus also, is that it's 8 degrees of Sag to 26 degrees of Sag. And Ophiuchus is the snake bearer. So we've got the sun on Ophiuchus holding that divine creative energy. It's the dark goddess. It's the scorpionic, the Kundalini snake, the Kundalini rising, the dark goddess of creation holding space for enlightenment. And that's just the sun and the moon, you guys. I mean, they're like they're like the stars, literally the star of the main event, of the play that's going on right now in the sky. But there's a couple of other aspects that are happening too. You've got Mercury sextiling Jupiter and Saturn. So this sextile is beautiful because Mercury is in Scorpio, and that's the investigative mind that's diving deep into the unknown, finding the answers that you're looking for, and then bringing them to the surface. It is not giving up until you figure out the truth. That's Mercury in Scorpio. And when it makes a sextile, that's a harmonic energy to Jupiter, which expands that mercurial, magical, manifesting power of Mercury. And then Saturn brings in it's like the authority, it's the teacher. It's the ultimate teacher, Saturn. And remember, it's significant because Saturn and Jupiter are about to move into Aquarius together. In Capricorn, Jupiter is in detriment. It doesn't really like to be in Capricorn. However, it's still reminding us that we need to work hard. And when you get to the last degrees of Capricorn, this is wisdom. And as the Leo King likes to say, this is a moment to make a decision, to make a choice, because time is running out. You've got until December 21st. There's big shifts. If there's a big decision in your life, you have to make it. Do not waste time. This is it right now. Truth is coming up. That's the other alignment that's happening. You also have Eris, who rules the sign of Ophiuchus, squaring Pluto at 23 degrees. And remember, that number is important because 23 degrees is the degree that we're going to see new moons at 23 degrees over and over and over and over again until next year. Eris, the planet Eris, she's like the goddess. She's like a warrior goddess. She's squaring off with Pluto. And remember, Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, but this year was the year that he conjuncted with Saturn. So they're breaking down the old world, making space for the new world. And Eris is right there, like leading that battle right along with Mars. And that Mars in Aries energy, he's like finally coming back into his power. We're finally getting back towards action. Taking action right now? Yes, this is the time for that. The only planets that are retrograde are Uranus and Chiron. And Chiron's going to go retrograde pretty soon, within the next few weeks, and then Uranus also. And so this means when all planets are direct, if you don't include Chiron, because he's an asteroid, literally only one planet is retrograde. Neptune just went retrograde this weekend. Now our dreams can become a reality. Our dreams can awaken. So Neptune, when it's retrograde in its home sign of Pisces, it kind of holds back our dreams. It makes us see reality. It takes away the mystery, the mysticalness of life because it's too real. But once it goes direct, Neptune in Pisces can reawaken our dreams. And we can there's a choice here. Remember, there's a choice that we have to make. And the choice is, do you want to take your dreams to exactly where you want to go, or do you want to escape? Because Neptune is both. You can either go towards your dreams or you can escape and get lost in the abyss that is the ocean. You can get lost at sea. And it is your choice. And that's what's happening right now. So coming back to the Aldebaran and Antares. Okay, this is really powerful. After this, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to go over the Sabian symbols and the Chandra symbols of this moon. But here's what came through. This is what I started channeling today that just blew my mind. So traditionally, Aldebaran is connected to the spring equinox, and he's known as the Watcher of the East. And then Antares is connected to the autumn equinox, and he's known as the Watcher of the West. So the East and the West. Okay, these are the two directions that in many, many cultures, like when you call in the 4 directions, this is what we're talking about, okay? This is 2 of the directions, the East and the West, okay? In the PURCHAE Mesa altar, which I trained with, and this is a Peruvian altar from Peru, from the Incas and that area, South American native culture. The PURCHAE Mesa is an altar, and in the east is the sun, and in the west is the moon. In the east is the element of fire, and in the west is the element of water. In the east, it's the tetrahedron, which is the shape of the pyramid, and in the west, it's the dodecahedron. This is the dodecahedron. It's the 12-sided shape that is sacred geometry, which is like spirit. Spirit is like all the, like the human spirit. This is also the East, the masculine, and the West, the feminine. This is significant because in this eclipse, let me go back over here. In this eclipse, the moon is actually with Aldebaran, which is in the east, and the sun is with Antares, which is in the west. So that's the opposite of how it is in the PURCHAE Mesa altar. So the moon is in the place of the sun, and the sun is in the place of the moon. This means that they're in each other's place or in each other's direction. The moon learning about the sun and the sun learning about the moon. The feminine with the masculine and the masculine with the feminine. The moon is being activated by the energy of spring, right? That's Aldebaran, which is rebirth and springing into new life. In this case, new life of that sacred divine feminine, the moon, our intuition, awakening our intuition. This is an eclipse that is eclipsing on top of eclipsing. It's like an alternate reality that is activating in this moment. It's like another dimension. It's like a new timeline. It's wild. It's wild. And the North Node is actually also, if I remember correctly, the North Node is aligned with Orion too. There's a star on Orion that is 19 degrees. It's the star of Bellatrix. So the North Node is with Orion. The moon is with Orion. They are with Aldebaran. They are with the Pleiades, you guys. This is Pleiadian energy, Pleiadian activation. And that book, Bringers of the Dawn, is the knowledge that's coming through. And when I read, that book was written in the freaking 80s. But when you read it right now, you're like, this is happening right now. And I've heard that there is this, some people believe that what 2012 is actually happening right now in 2020. Like the end of the Mayan calendar is actually happening right now. that big transition is happening right now. I've heard this in multiple places with different people, that there's something happening now that we thought was happening in 2012, but it's actually happening now. And this eclipse is activating that shift. It's activating that download. It's opening the door, opening the portal to receive all of the wisdom that you need. And that's why I'm recommending that you guys read that book, because that's the information that we need to have to hold and anchor the light. There's something else I want to read to you guys about, which is freaking wild. I'm just going to keep blowing your mind. I'm just going to keep going. I know I'm not looking at comments very much, but this is important. Okay, so I want to read to you about the symbolism of the Ankh, because this eclipse, from everything that I've been describing to you, is literally symbolically embodying or presenting the Ankh. Okay, you ready for this? And this is why. Okay, this is why the Ankh is so important. So this is the secrets of the Ankh. The symbol held sacred to the ancients for thousands of years is the Ankh. The cross of the Ankh appeared in ancient Egypt, almost becoming its esoteric logo. It's true. I'm reading directly from the notes from my training right now that I'm doing. But some researchers and theosophists claim it actually came from even more ancient times, from the lost civilizations of Atlantis, Lemuria, and so on. The cross of the Ankh can be seen as a symbol of mysticism and a secret code that transmits the sacred knowledge to all who can penetrate its deep symbolism. Those who have the key to understanding the sacred metaphors and the eyes to see. The eye of the bull, the eye of Horus, the portal of the eye of Horus opening. The term Ankh means life, or who gives. In an unusual cross of the Ankh, two characteristics are combined. You have a cross, which is the symbol of life, and you have a circle, which is the symbol of eternity. As a result, we get a deep symbol representing the immortal, the man who was able to resurrect himself in eternity. This is the cross of the Ankh. The combination of a circle and a cross is also a sign of spiritual and material combination, a symbol of initiation, a second birth, and a symbol of the vision of the etheric worlds. Some researchers of esoteric symbolism have interpreted the backbone of the Ankh, the cross of Tao, as a symbol of the descent of spirit into matter, and the circle as the divine eye that shines light on the world of men. The cross of the Ankh symbolizes the union of the female and the male gods, Osiris and Isis, and thus the alliance of the earth and the sky. As above, so below. The masculine and the feminine, what I just showed you in the chart. The moon is with Aldebaran, and that's the energy of that. The moon is feminine, but she's sitting in the space of the east, on the Pachacuti Mesa altar, which is the sun, which is the masculine. So they're coming together, and the sun is with Antares, which is the direction of the west, which is the energy of the feminine, but the sun is that masculine coming together with the feminine. And they're aligning. This is what came through, you guys. Ancient mystics and prophets believed that the cross of the Ankh was ascension technology and elevated the human to the superhuman, to the divine. Those who were initiated into the world of the mystics had to pass through various tests while holding the Ankh on top of their head in order to dispel negative energies. The Ankh cross was used by Coptics, who also associated it with the afterlife, and it was a symbol of eternal life of Christ. Some even suggest that it was the cross of the Ankh that was the prototype of the golden key from heaven or paradise that St. Peter held. In Babylon, the Ankh was a symbol of heaven and immortality. The cross of the Ankh was known as the mystical symbol of the Indians of Central America, and they associated it with water. The Scandinavians, the Ankh was a symbol of rejuvenation. And in esoteric traditions, the cross of the Ankh acted as the key to divine secret knowledge, hidden wisdom, power, and supremacy. It is formed from a combination of male and female symbols, Osiris and Isis as the union of heaven and earth, life and death. The traditional interpretation of the symbolism of the cross of the Ankh is life and rebirth. This is crazy. According to some interpretations, the upper part of the cross, the circle, symbolizes the Nile River Delta, and the rest is the river itself, which for the dry region of Egypt is really that which feeds life. Thus, the cross of the Ankh literally embodies the key of life. This moon is an activation. This moon is an initiation. That's what's here. That's what has arrived. What I love to show you in these astrology readings is the Sabian symbols. So we're going to look at the Sabian symbol for both the moon and the sun because they're both aligned with the fixed stars. So we have to look at them both. The Sabian symbol for 8 degrees of Gemini is this. A medieval archer with pointed beard and feathered hat detects something moving behind a stand of trees. He quietly dodges through the trees to get a better fix on his target. This is about hand-eye coordination necessary to the skillful use of tools or weapons. This is Zen-like coordination between mind and body. I mean, here we go. Hand-eye, mind-body. This is versus being overly tense and high-strung. This is having an intuitive hunch and clarifying it by collecting all the facts. North Node Gemini, Moon in Gemini, Mercury, the mind, knowledge. This is bringing an issue or a problem into sharp focus versus being unable to see the forest for the trees. This is identifying factual inaccuracies, logical fallacies, or moral oversights. This is pointed observations that hit the mark. Seeing through devious schemes to a person's underlying motives. Translating one's understanding into a practical course of action versus feeling lost in the woods. This is finding clarity versus being lost in the woods. That's the moon. Where's the sun? 8 degrees of Sagittarius. A woman helps a child up a ledge on a winding path through the forest. From their new perspective, the morning star can be seen in the soft glow of dawn. I'm going to read that one again. A woman helps a child up a ledge on a winding path through the forest. Now, we were just talking about the forest with the other Sabian symbol and how we're seeing the clarity, being able to see the forest for the trees. A woman helps a child. The energy of the child is the awakening, the innocence, that childlike love. A woman, the feminine, the crone, the mother, Venus, the goddess, helps a child up a ledge, right? The Pleiades, on a winding path, life, through the forest. From their new perspective, the morning star, Venus, can be seen in the soft glow of dawn. Bringers of the dawn. I cannot make this shit up. Okay? This is way showers. This is leading young souls into the light of higher understanding. This is an intuitive grasp of archetypal or symbolic signposts along the spiritual path, astrological or new age interests. This is establishing bonds of trust, guardianship, being honest and dependable versus leading people astray. They know more than the people they lead, but nevertheless be lost themselves or may have impure motives. Following one's political or spiritual ideals, blazing a trail versus having to cover one's tracks. Escaping from persecution. Taking a problem step by step versus getting ahead of oneself. Picking one's way through a tricky situation versus dangerous muddleheadness. This is spiritual or political support groups. This is also giving and receiving aid. This is also Antares and Isis Circuit. This is crazy. Those are the Sabian symbols. Now, the Chandra symbols. But wait, there's more. Chandra symbol 4, 8 degrees of Gemini. Wild flowers growing around the ruins of a temple. I mean, if that doesn't paint a picture, I don't know what will. Wild flowers. Wild is the energy of freedom. Wild flowers is new life. It's the spring. It's where the moon is with Aldebaran. Wild flowers growing around the ruins of a temple, something that is ancient, something that is magical, something that is anciently activated. And the new flowers are showing that new life is growing, is coming from these ancient technologies. This is catching a second wind, taking a booster rocket from one cycle to another. One lifetime to another, one whole stage in evolution to another. This is blowing my mind. Shot out of a cannon to discover the next great thing, you are widely attentive to signs and portents, looking for a way to the future, coming out of immense soul experience with flying colors leaping forth into the new. Enthusiastic, naive, and impressionable, eager for 1,000 universes to come true. I just got chills. You feel that ultimate springtime quality of fresh immediacy and wild-blown alacrity, just sensing all through body and soul the possibilities, the openings, what wants to happen next. A destiny bearer, universal in spirit, and in the right place at the right time for remarkable synchronicities and huge turnarounds. Okay? Damn. Whoo. All right. 8 degrees of Sagittarius, Chandra symbol. This is the sun and the moon right now, you guys. This is what's happening right now. This one's interesting. A man with green skin. He is dressed in leaves. Playful, exuberant, spontaneous, and elusive. You are restless under constraint, with all of civilization representing constraint. Desperate to be free. When not held down, you have spectacular abilities and affinities. Oh my God, I am like, my whole body is like kind of trembling right now. That's what they want. That's not what's going to happen, because we're going to anchor the light and we're going to be free. But when bound by time, you become abrasive and provoking, temperamental in extreme ways, aching for free movement in a vast territory, drawn to every extreme that exists, the body and soul of one who can never be identified, tamed, narrowed. Oh my God. You are the one who knows how deep earth is surging with volatile currents. And these bear all hope and promise if they are followed with open arms. The one who knows everybody what life the one who shows everybody what life is like when it lets itself go and contagiously ripples with permission and encouragement for each and all to come out and play and explore the far edges, and even perhaps ever those edges into the greater wilderness, claiming the allegiance of those whose wildness is no passing whim, but the only viable way. You get me now? You get it now? I want to show you something cool. Your homework is to read Bringers of the Dawn, you guys. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. Bringers of the Dawn. Read that book tonight. Jaima. Mic drop. Mic drop. Yeah. Mic drop. Definitely. You know, these like channeled sessions, these astrology channeled sessions, they definitely it's good for you to listen to them again and to take it in, because there's messages hidden there that are going to come through for you when you start tuning in and tapping in. All right. Yep. Okay. This is my chart. So here's what I want to show you. This is Jai's chart. I want to show you how many starseed markings, and this is not even all of them, because I didn't even add all of the asteroids and the hidden planet. This is without most of the asteroids and the hidden planets. But this is the starseed markings in Jai's chart, okay? All this 12th house Gemini stuff, I've got Venus exactly on Aldebaran, also on Orion. I've got the sun here. I've got the North Node. I've got Chiron. They're all connected. Aldebaran, Orion, Rigel, which is one of the stars in Orion. Those are all starseed markings. So Sun, Venus, North Node, Chiron, and rising. Okay. I have Cheroklo, who is right here. She's not on this chart, but Cheroklo in my chart is about, getting a call. What's not going to, Cheroklo is aligned with the star Algol in my chart, which is the beginning of the Pleiades. So there's another there. My Juno is aligned with the star Sirius. And it's actually aligned with, exactly aligned, conjunct my husband's rising sign, which is on Sirius. Okay, there's that. Pluto, over here, aligned with Arcturus, who is a master healer. We've got the South Node aligned with Antares, and we've got my Uranus aligned with Ophiuchus. And the energy of, this is a Sagittarius marking, it's called the Great Attractor. This is that energy of the dark feminine. Okay, we've got Jupiter conjunct Lyra, which is old souls from Atlantis and Lemuria. Okay? I mean, I could go on and on, you guys. But this is what I want to show you, is that this is the stuff that I will look for when I do your starseed reading. I will look for the markings, the degrees that align with the fixed stars. And from that, by looking at your chart, it's not just about seeing what's conjunct what, it's about seeing the energy of your chart, all of it working together. What does it mean? So, I mean, this is just wild. So there's Pleiades, there's Orion, starseed markings, there's Sirius, there's Atlantis, and Lemuria. I mean, like, I've got all these markings in my chart. My teacher was like, I'm like, what does it mean? What does it mean? She's like, you're just cosmic AF. And I thought that was hilarious. But like, it's not even that, you guys. It's that all of this 12th house energy, which is the 12th house of the divine, the channeling. That's why my channel is called Channel for Grace. It's like there's a kite pointing to it. There's a yod pointing to it. Everything says, this is the key right here. This is the key. I have a grand trine in water. I mean, it's like, yeah. Anyways, I wanted to show you that because I wanted to give you just a little bit of an example of what starseed markings are in a chart. And we're gonna, if you can actually officially sign up for a starseed reading now, because I have made them available starting today. Yeah, pretty freaking phantasmagorical. All right, so who's in Aries, sun, moon, or rising? I'm going to tell you where this moon is happening in your chart before we leave. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. This is happening, this moon, this activation is happening in your third house of communication. So you're going to be receiving lots of downloads. Speak your truth. Write it down. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to know? Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. This is happening in your second house of values, prosperity. This is actually the natural house ruled by Taurus, which is like that Taurus constellation, the eye of the bull, right? This prosperity is coming to you, especially if you're a Taurus rising. But this is an activation of your values, your security and your insecurities, like, come to the light. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. This is going to be happening in your first house of the self. Like, this is a powerful activation of yourself. This is an initiation of yourself. For Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, this is going to be happening in your 12th house. This is the divine activation for you. Leo, sun, moon, and rising, this is happening in your 11th house. This is about you sharing your gifts with the world, putting yourself out there in the world, activating your networks, your connections, your star family. You're attracting them right now. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. This is the 10th house of career. So this is like activating your career house. How do you want to show up in the world? What do you want to be recognized for? This is the time to manifest that energy in your life. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. This is your 9th house of spiritual integration. This is also a spiritual activation. This is knowledge. This is like a huge line open up for you to receive. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. This is your 8th house. Death, change, transformation. This Antares Aldebaran. But it's more than just this. It's also the opposite house. Right? So if I told you the opposite house, you have Aries, you have the moon in your 3rd, the sun in your 9th. Communication and spiritual activation. Taurus, you have the moon in your 2nd, the sun in your 8th house. Gemini has the moon in the 1st and the sun in the 7th, relationships. Gemini is the moon in the 12th and the sun in the 6th house. And that's your daily life. Your magic. That's magical. That's a magical alignment right there. That's like magic. Leo is the moon is in the 11th and the sun is in the 5th, which is basically the ruling house of the sun. Magical too. Virgo, the moon is in the 10th and the sun is in the 4th, the house of the home. This is the duality that's being like fucking activated. Whoa, I said the F word. Libra, 9th house is where the moon is and the 3rd house is where the sun is. So the same as Aries, you're having this activation, communication, like receiving the information and then channeling it through. Scorpio, this is the 8th house. So the moon is in the 8th house, the sun is in the 2nd house. Death, change, and transformation, but also like the prosperity, the abundance, the value. Sagittarius, this is moon in the 7th house of relationships. And then the sun in your 1st house of self. Capricorn, moon is in the 6th house of magic, and then the sun is in the 12th. So, I mean, that's magic right there for Capricorn, manifesting magic, like anchoring the 9 dimensions. The F word. Okay, Aquarius is the 5th house. So the moon is in the 5th. Whoa. And the sun is in the 11th, which is that's like the creativity leads to the expression of it in the world and the helping of the people. The people, the 11th house, the sun is in your 11th house, which is the ruler of Aquarius, right? Stepping into purpose. Pisces, the moon is in the 4th house of the home, activating that. And then the sun is in your 10th of career. That's the activation for you. And so that's where this moon is happening in your chart based off of your look at your rising first, but then if you feel a connection and alignment or resonate with the sun and the moon sign, you can add that too. So that's it, you guys. That is what is up right now. So if you're ready to get activated, this is the time to do it. We are officially in eclipse season. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a total new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And then a few days later, we're going to have the winter solstice aligned with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, the beginning of a 500-year cycle where Saturn and Jupiter are going to be meeting in air signs for every 20 years. I mean, it's like the age of Aquarius is here. Here we go. Are you ready? Before the year is over, there's another full moon I think it's a full moon in Cancer, right near New Year's Eve. And then we enter the new year. This is so much. Yes. And it's so exciting. Yes. And so that's what I'm here for. Like, that's my mission. Like, more than anything, this year for me has been like stepping into mission like no other. Like no other. And my mission is to help starseeds remember who they are, remember where they come from, so that they can align with their mission and step into their power. That's my mission. And I do that by sharing the astrology, and by now offering the starseed readings, the basic birth chart read, like everything that I do. That's really where my mission is to help people that feel like there's more than just what meets the eye, and then connect with that and align with that so that they can become the magnets, they can shine brighter, and they can activate themselves, and we begin to anchor the light together. Exactly, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, because that is the kind of change that the earth needs, and that's what we came here to do as starseeds and lightworkers. That's what we came here to do. To just be our light, and to know that there's more than what we're being told. Remember, what's your homework? Somebody put it up on the chat. What's your homework? On Audible, the book is only like 2 hours and 40 minutes. You can totally listen to it. Listen to it now. This is the portal. Listen to it now. If you're serious about this, if you feel that full-on connection, like, turn that book on right now. Because if you can do it now, like, just put it on and go to sleep. Bringers of the Dawn. Yep. And then the peak is tonight, but tomorrow we'll do the ceremony. We'll come to the completion of the portal tomorrow in our ceremony at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're gonna tap into the portal one more time, and then we're going to like release it, come into full fruition, completion, and then we're in eclipse season. That's going to be the focus of the ceremony tomorrow. So, but tonight at 1:30 a.m., 4:30 a.m. Eastern, that's when the peak of this eclipse is happening. So while you're sleeping and listening to Bringers of the Dawn. All right, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me, for signing up for my readings, for being a part of this community. I offer some free stuff too. I would highly recommend you get on my email list. I do send out a Moon Magic report, which is the horoscope or the astrology for the week, every week on Wednesday. And I also, you can download my free Moon Astrology Guide, which will give you insight into what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And yeah, let's just have fun with this. Let's come back into our power. Step back into our power. Like, let the energy just be in it. Be in it. Like, soak it up. That's what you're supposed to do right now. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to see you tomorrow for our ceremony. Thank you to the moderators, Wendy and Rebecca. I don't know who else was in here moderating. I really appreciate you guys so much. And thank you to everybody that's here watching live, and those of you that are watching the replay. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I will see you again tomorrow. Happy journeying.